Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you everyone for coming. There's a lot of faces. I'm going to come and greet you all in due course, but I've got to do one thing. Do apologize. So we are just running a little bit behind time. I don't know if you got caught, obviously you get caught in accidents, but there's a few accidents, so I've been told. So bear with us 5 minutes maximum, and then we'll get started. I'm assuming everybody here, except for the parents, will be performing. Although we can get the parents up, if it comes to that. And I do have a running order, for those of you that are a little bit nervous. So if you do want to come up and have a quick look at the running order, now would be the time. Guitarists and violinists also now's a good time to tune your instruments. Otherwise, enjoy the show, which will be starting in about 4.5 minutes. Thank you.
You know, we always kind of fumble the order for the graduation ceremony. Where should they walk up? Look at certificates, and then where they take photos. So, they should connect the certificate there. So come up this way, collect it, go that way. Oh, anyway. Yeah. So they're here about us. What we normally do is someone's up here and they run us through the photos, let them take the photo of themselves, and then they could take it with the selected rather than like me presenting and then you taking the photo and then the ones that we really want to use are the ones that are fun. Yeah. Okay, excellent.
We put one balloon behind it.
No, this is great.
Yeah, they're fine. They're not causing lens flares.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? Good afternoon.
Very good, thank you. How are you doing, sir?
Audrey, sit at the piano for me. Sit at the piano for me again, sir. Let's do it. That's too dark. Cool. All right.
Okay, thank you for your patience. We are going to begin now. Just before we start, just a few quick announcements. If you haven't yet paid for the tickets, please do visit Nita. He's going around with a card reader. We've done it a little bit different this time. Instead of normal online payments, we thought we'd use a card reader, try and get a bit more up to date sometimes. It seems to be going well. We can issue receipts as well. Yeah, that sounds around. Okay, also the toilets, if you do the toilet, it's around here beside the curtain. If you can't find it, just give us a wave and we'll direct to it. There are no planned fire alarms, so hopefully one doesn't go off, otherwise we'll have to imagine it. And please do stay for the duration of the show. Please, thank you. Right, so thank you for coming. We're here to celebrate a few things today. First of all, love. It's February, very well known with romance and Valentine's, for those of you that celebrate. But it's a nice time for sharing appreciation for those that we care about, for loved ones here and past. It's also an opportunity for us to celebrate the success of students here at London MADA. And so we devised this show, because we normally have one at the end of the year, and unfortunately in December, we were so tied down with Harry Potter, we never got to do a musical performance for the musicians. And a lot of musicians were like, what about us? We started MADA. MADA started, my dad will be here shortly, it started in his front room as a piano school. Since then it's grown into violin and guitar, and chess and lambda, and onwards and upwards we're growing. So we didn't get to do a music performance, so we planned one for this month, for February. So it's a little bit quieter, a little bit more intimate, which is how it started, so it's nice. It's also an opportunity to celebrate the success. For those of you that have been with us for a long time, we've probably heard this a million times, but since incorporation, MADA has maintained 100% pass rates for all of its students across every sector, from piano, violin, and onwards. And that's been since 19 something. So it's been over 35 years and it's been maintained. And so today we'll be celebrating the latest entrants or graduates, shall I say, who are going to be here to collect a certificate or two. Again, we didn't get to do one in December. And lastly, one of our teachers will be leaving us this term. She's going off to have a baby, start a family, and we're trying to entice her back afterwards, but I think she's going off to enjoy her life. So we are going to do a tribute to her, so get your tissues ready and join us in celebrating her journey with us and onwards after. Right, so no further ado, we're going to start with some music performances now. I don't know what I mean, but let's have a look. Let's see, what do we have? Right, so, yes, the first performance, not here yet. Stuck in a bit of traffic. They said 6:30, so let's shuffle a few things around. Alright, so up next, going to be the second person coming up to perform. We probably thought they were going to be second, but now they're first. So the next performer has been with MADA for probably over 6 or 7 years, as have most students here tonight, so it's quite an advanced journey. This particular student is very committed, very dedicated, practices pretty much every single day. As a teacher, I would say probably what we would call the model student. Follows instructions, doesn't always ask lots of questions. Normally end the lesson, does anybody have any questions? And no one ever asks. But other than that, very, very studious, very disciplined, and is currently at grade 6 of 8, so quite advanced. We're starting to show the grade 6 performance. He's going to come up, and as we're celebrating romance and love, most of the songs, no, all of the songs tonight will be from the romantic era. And so every student will be coming up and sharing a few words about their piece and how it relates to the era of romanticism. So, I'd like to call up to the front, and please give him a warm welcome, the superstar, Kyle.
Hello, my name is Kyle. I hope you're enjoying it so far. The song I will play is from the romantic era, and the writer's name is Philip Lane. He was born in 1950 and is currently 75 years old. He studied at Birmingham University, then went on to teach at a local
Thank you. Thank you, Kyle. Wonderful. What a way to start the show. One more time for Kyle, please. Brilliant. Brilliant. A pretty little description of romantic music for those of you who are not entirely sure, if you don't mind. It doesn't mean the typical love story. When I mention to the students who are going to do romantic music, most of the teenagers, as you can imagine, are like, oh, sir. And I'm like, not all romantic music is like hearts and love. Sometimes romantic music can be very passionate, it can be quite dark, it can be all different colours. But what romanticism normally means is stepping outside of the boundaries of what classical music established. Very square, very typical, very metronomic, very strict timing. Romantic music, as you heard just now, at one of the performances of Kyle, flows with a change of pace and has its own kind of freedom of expression. And that's what makes it so expressive and can be used to express emotions like love. So, wonderful delivery there, Kyle. Okay, up next, we are going to immediately transport to another instrument. We're going to head over to the world of violin now. The next student, also at grade 6, is coming up to perform a piece from a famous musical. I'm not going to say too much, they're going to explain, but I must at least say the honour to introduce my very own daughter. So, with no further ado, I'd like to call up to the front Leela Walcott.
Hi, my name is Leila. I'm from called Torino. It's not Carmen. It's one of the most famous opera songs from George's Bizet opera, Carmen Jones, and sung by the bullfighter Act 2. It is bold, energetic, and celebrates the bravery and glory of Henry Boring. It has a dramatic flair as one of the most recognisable pieces in opera history.
As she prepares for violin, I will buy her time by saying, a lot of the pianists here, you guys have it very simple, you just walk over to the piano and just press it, it's very tuned, you don't have to carry it with you, but violinists, as you can see, have to prepare their instruments. And the advantage, I guess, is that it's very portable. That's all. Okay, I think she's ready. excellent. And she's looking at me like, oh, make those mistakes, it happens. You done fantastic, well done. Please, one more round of applause. Wonderful. And the sound, I'm sure you all heard the acoustics here, it's wonderful. Okay, so moving on. And I love that piece, it's from a famous play called Carmen Jones. I was actually in Carmen Jones many years ago, that's another story for another day. So, we missed the performance because they were stuck in a bit of traffic, but they arrived now, so we're going to backpedal to the first performer, who's now going from third. She's going to come up to the front, she is going to share a little bit about the song, as the others have done, but just a bit about her. She is one of my funniest students. She always puts a bright smile on my face. Sorry for some of you guys, you do make me happy, but she actually makes me laugh uncontrollably sometimes. Her parents sometimes want to say, like, do something that sound like a piano lesson. But yeah, we have great fun. She does work very, very hard, although she could practice a bit more. And she's very committed. She is moved, hence I can excuse their I really do appreciate the commitment that he's trying from so far. And they moved quite close to quite far and continued lessons, which seems to be a number of trend with me and some of my students. But anyway, she's here now, and I will give her the mic, which could be a good idea. And she's going to say a few words. Please give a warm welcome to Ashley.
It's very, very known. It's like a good famous song, and it's by Joseph Party, so I really love. And it's about like how he went through many challenges in his life and did lots of things to overcome it. So he wrote that song.
Wonderful. Thank you. That was great, Ashley. Thank you. And without a warm-up, came in straight away and performed fantastic. I travelled from really far. Thank you. One more time for Ashley, please. Someone you loved. Very popular song, written quite recently, so it wasn't written in the romantic period, but I'm sure anyone admits the song called Someone You Loved is a romantic piece, so very, very convenient for the moment. Okay, moving on. The next student to come up to perform is also a grade 6. She's a very, very hard-working student. Of all the students here, she's probably my newest student. I've been teaching her only for about 6 months. Got a message from her, and as you know, I'm completely full. I've been full for years. But she managed to get a lesson somehow, only because of the time of our lesson is so late. She does her lesson at 8:30. Many of you little ones are already in bed, or should be in bed. But when I get to her house, albeit 8:35, she's in her room studying physics. And I'm like, you're studying physics at 8:30, and now you're about to do grade 6 piano until 9:30. And I say, I bet you're going to go to bed, right? And then she's like, no, I don't want to do maths. I'm like, what? This is insane. So very, very committed, very hardworking, and very expressive. So for her to perform today, as you can imagine, very nerve-wracking. Everyone else has seen each other, we're like family, and she's now just joining us for the first time. So please do give her a warm welcome. This is also the first time she's performed in a very long time, and this speech is not helping. She's sitting there like, you stop now. So I'm going to stop. She's going to come up, she's going to perform a very, very popular piece. She'll tell you a little bit about it. So with no further ado, please give a warm welcome to Amelia.
Exploring the depths of love, loneliness, and fleeting moment of happiness. The taste of music is simply
band, please keep it going. Amelia. Right. Okay. Very famous song from the film Emily. So, very ironic. Okay, we're going to keep going forward. Next performer coming up is also a grade 6. She is super committed, super disciplined. She has the support of her parents as well, very much on her staying focused and studious. She's been a student with us for over 6 years. She's also had a number of different teachers here at MADA, which I think is very unique to point out. As we've grown, our teachers have also grown as well. So we've got more and more teachers that can take on the workload. And hopefully, very soon, these students will soon become teachers. We have a few that I'll mention a few bit later on. But with the student coming up next to perform, she's going to be playing one of her pieces that she done in her grade 5 exam a few months ago. And she scored a merit, which she'll be putting a certificate for later. But she'll tell you a little bit about the piece of the perform, but I'm not going to say too much. Please come up to the front, give her a warm welcome for Nandini.
Hi, my name is Nandini, and I'm going to be playing a famous piece from Ludovico Einaudi. It's called Elegy of the Arctic. I just wanted to point out that the Arctic is melting right now because of our pollution. So I hope this Valentine we can show the love, not for our loved ones, but to Mother Earth as well.
moments, and then we're going to have our graduation ceremony before we conclude the second half of the show. So the next performer coming up is a superstar, not just in the making, but actually in the present. Very, very hardworking, very, very dedicated, and probably one of the most ambitious students of all. I wouldn't expect anything less, being my own son, of course. So, no pressure. He's coming up to perform a piece that I wrote, funny enough. He asked me, can I perform one of your songs then? And I was like, you're performing my song before I performed it, but okay, we can go with that. So he's going to share a bit of the history about it, which he had to get from me. So we done this practice. So please give him a warm welcome. He's quite nervous, but I know he's going to do amazing. I'm introducing my own son, Nitai Walcott.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nitai Walcott. Today I'm playing a song that was that's from the Romantic era, which was written by my dad. And before I play it, I'll perform a poem that was also written by my dad to go with the song. If time could ever show the true meaning of life, for a lover's broken heart to heal, in the light of the hour, for a new future will bring hope of the memories forgotten. And now, in the present, a place where even a rose can see, a man and will grow what comes of the thoughts that pass, and far and distance may hear, that is the sound that calls. But where does the hour lay? Even once true, a second time will grant even the slowest, beneath and beyond, too far away as possible. And as does in the truths, the lay and answer and see, if the power of love is itself, then become till still time is present, it is one. But who could explain the coming where old children play, the waterfalls and funnels in ways the highest place? Would wonder if there is there? Only God.
Thank you. Another round of applause for the time. Wow, that was something. Sit down and listen to your own composition. Thank you. Very proud. Okay, so we are going to take a short break from performances now to celebrate some successes of recent accomplishments. It's going to be about 10-15 minutes. Students, when your name gets called out, please make your way up to the front here to receive your certificate, and then round to the photo booth, Media Street, just been named, to take your photo with our professional photographer, just been assigned. I'm going to ask Mr. Evans to just meet the students there with their certificates as they come up to the front. In fact, no, I've got more here. I was doing here. Simplify the process. Okay, so as I said before, we do take exams. We send a lot of our students to different bodies. ABRSM is our main partner, the Associated School of the World School of Music, where students then sit exams with a very prestigious company, and we have for over 3 decades maintained 100% pass rate. So we're here just to celebrate just some of the more recent accomplishments with ABRSM. Simple ways, I want to call out the names of those that are here. Quite a few students couldn't make it. But anyway, let's begin with Arjun Kapoor, who achieved his grade 5 music degree with a distinction. Amazing. Okay? Arjun Kapoor, who also achieved his grade 4 theory. He done them both in the same calendar year. Grade 4 and grade 5, and grade 4 was also with a distinction. Fantastic work. Okay, up next, grade 2 music theory for Ashley Bansal. We passed 2024 with a merit. Fantastic, well done. Let's go back. A lot of absentees. And can I have back, please, Ashley Bansal, one more time, who also passed her grade 4 panel with merit in 2024. She worked very, very hard last year. Fantastic. While also being here since in school, so fantastic. Another round of applause, please. Okay, up next, can I have for grade 5 piano, Kyle Harrier, who also passed with merit in 2024. Congratulations. Let's go back to the photo. Just can't stay away. And can I have back, please, Arjun Kapoor, who's here to collect his grade 6 practical with merit, also in 2024. Phenomenal year for Arjun. Fantastic. Okay. A lot of absentees. Okay, here we are. Can I pull up to the front? Harry Woodcott to collect his grade 1 piano practical with the merits. Fantastic. Okay, can I have for grade 5 theory, Dia Chachi, who passed her grade 5 music theory with distinction, 74 out of 75. What's that percent? 99.9%. applause. Marvelous achievement. One, two, cheese. Okay, grade 5, practical for the DD. We passed, with merit, also 2024, fantastic, great work, well done. I think I'll say that one. Sorry, after the original graduation ceremony, so that means we've got 2 left. The first one, very prestigious one. This certificate in front of me says grade 8. Very, very highly sought after. So a massive round of applause for grade 8 graduates, very own kids. And then I'll just say, before I get to Maria, she not only achieved her grade 8, in the history of MADA, she's the first student to achieve a merit at grade 8 as well. So wonderful achievements to Maria. Fantastic work. And the last one, this student has shown great determination, moved from instrument to instrument to instrument to instrument, setting no boundaries, leading the pack from the front, achieved a grade 1 distinction in flute and clarinet on the same day. It's me! Thank you! Yes, I passed my grade 8 many years ago, but I've been determined to keep going, keep striving. I believe in growth, and I believe if you're not growing, unfortunately, then yeah. And so I always stay humble, stay growing. So last year I emptied myself for both clarinet and flute, done both on the same day, and got a distinction in both. So thank you, and also share that with you. I'll go to my closing moments. But before we do that, at the end of graduation, there is one last big, massive thank you I would like to say. But before I actually say anything, I've prepared a short video, which will probably say it better than I could. So, if you could just give our wonderful Mr. Evans a moment to load up the projector, and if you could all take a moment to watch this video as a tribute to a wonderful individual.
female teacher.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have it up for this singer. Please come join your friends. An absolute superstar. She has helped us so much. And I'm sure hundreds of children would like to be here. But on their behalf, and their parents, all that other mama, we cannot thank you enough. Let's have a big round of applause for her, please.
So always ask someone to say something. I'm actually very shy. Yeah. Thank you. The video was great. I don't even know how to put it into words. It's just so nice seeing like the memories and everything. And honestly, I love working with everyone here. It's been amazing. That's what I can say. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Taylor. Okay, before I run out and take my photo, there's one last certificate. As you remember, if you pay attention, I mentioned the ABRSM, the Associated Board of the Royal School of Music. That's how MADA started many years ago in the humble front room of my dad. Since then, as you heard, it's grown into many other aspects, many other instruments. Lambda, for example, by one of Ms. Taylor. We have chess clubs. We're about to launch a new orchestra club next week, as well as ukulele. There's a flute club, and many, many more to come. But one of the biggest secondary growths outside of ADRSM has been our association with Rock School, probably the second biggest awarding body for music in the UK and around the world. And we've had the privilege with the assistant to our guitar teacher who couldn't be here today, Mr. Cutler, to develop a number of students through guitar as well. One of them is going to be performing right after this graduation ceremony. But before that, she's even going to come and collect a certificate because she sat her exam with Rock School, one of the first MADA students to sit the exam with Rock School, and of course, passed. Well, not only passed, she passed with a distinction. So the last certificate goes to Ciara Ruperina. Excellent. We passed with a grade 1 electric guitar with distinction. Excellent, that's Ciara, take a photo. So that's just a wonderful addition. We started with piano, now we've got students young. How old is Ciara? 9, passing a grade 1 on electric guitar. It's absolutely outstanding. Let's give another round of applause. Fantastic, thank you. Okay, so she's going to be taking her photos and then heading over to perform. So just bear with us a moment as we set up her podium and her guitar. And then we'll be starting with the remainder of the show and then wrapping up back on time for 8 o'clock. Okay, let's get the music ready and we'll be starting with Ciara's performance in just about a minute.
Downhill. Domino. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well done, fantastic. Guitar performance, some of you that's probably the first guitar performance we've seen here, and there'll be many more. Let's have another warm round of applause for Sarah! She's currently working on her grade 2 as well, so I'm sure you'll be seeing her soon. And we will be combining many of these instruments, electric guitar, piano, we also teach drums. So I'm sure you can see where this is going. We've got an orchestra starting soon, and very soon our own band. Right, let's move on with the rest of the show. Let's have a look who I'm going to introduce next. Oh, no. Okay, he told me what to say, what not to say. I've got orders here, so let me get this right. Up next, we have a wonderful, talented student. He didn't tell me to say that part. But he's very talented. He is super committed, super dedicated, super ambitious, super hungry. He works very hard, very enthusiastic, probably the most enthusiastic student of all of my students, very passionate and very close to my heart as well. This particular student, I feel a little bit closer than the students. We have great fun in our lessons. He's been learning with me for over 7 years. He's currently at grade 7. He collected a handful of awards just now, as I'm sure you may start putting the name to the face. But don't come around to say more. Is that okay? Up to the front, please give a warm welcome for Arjun Kapoor.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the performances so far. My name is Arjun, and I'm going to be performing a very special song. The composer made this song during COVID-19 while the world was locked down. He wanted to record his album, but due to all the restrictions, he couldn't hire any studios to do so. This resulted in him purchasing his own home studio. After installing it, out of sheer excitement, he wrote this song while testing out the new sound on his new keyboard for the first time. Luckily, he remembered to press record. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you When the Wind Blows, composed by the one and only, my music inspiration, Mr. Cinema Walker.
Well done, Arthur. Fantastic. Amazing. Try and whistle. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Absolutely phenomenal. And to have two live performances, my composition performed on the same night is beyond touching. So I won't speak anymore, otherwise the tissue will be out. But once again, please give a warm welcome, a warm round of applause for Isaac. And that song, he said the story out loud. If I may, I'll just reiterate the story behind that song. During COVID, as we all were locked down, I came up with an idea to write my first classical album. And that was not one of the songs. I had a few ideas and I started recording. And I needed to hire a studio, but everything was locked down. I couldn't get to a studio and I was ready to go. Something I've learned is that when you have an idea, you shouldn't sit and then you shouldn't sleep and then you should act when you need it. So I had to I had to pay for a home studio. Paid a lot of money. I bought a new keyboard, I bought a new computer. It was like Christmas, lots of toys come in and I was excited. And when all the sounds came, the new piano sounds, I had it installed and they done an update, another update, another update. My wife was beside me, she's like, look, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, let's just get some sleep. We'll do it tomorrow, it's yours, it's not going anywhere. I just had a bath for this moment, it was a big moment, I was so excited. I was like, okay, let's go to bed. We literally got to the bottom of the stairs and we went, bing, done. I was like, no, it's done, let's go back. And she's here as witness that this is 100% factual. So as it's installed, I opened it all up, I was ready to record my album, but before I started, I wanted to test the sounds, test the keyboard, test all of this equipment. So I loaded up everything, I loaded the piano, I went to just play, like you just do this. Just test it, and something said, no, don't do that. Do something a bit more respectful. Play something. So I went to play, and then the moment I was like, what should I play? Should I play Beethoven, Bach? Should I play one of my songs? Just play anything. And something said, before you play anything, press record. And I pressed record. And I was watching this program, recorded in silence. It was my wife, she's looking at me like, you're going to play something. And literally, that song, as you heard it, just fell out of my fingers. I recorded it, one recording. For those of you that record in the studio, you know what one take is, no edits, no retakes, one recording. And I haven't changed it. I posted it, it's available online. It's called When the Wind Blows. So I'm honored to have one of my students who's been begging me to perform that for years, since COVID. He's like, I can't play this song. I'm like, no, I need to perform it. So that's 2 songs performed before me. So thank you, and please, another warm round of applause for Arjun and for this time for my pieces. Thank you. Okay, moving on. The next students sound like an echo, but this student is super talented. She doesn't like when I do this, I'm not going to do too much, but she is a superstar. She has, let's start listing some of her accolades. She's one of the only students that didn't stop during their GCSEs. A lot of students stop for 11 plus, stop for exams. She continued right through her GCSEs, not only achieving merits and distinctions, but also got 12 9s on her GCSEs, which is as high as you can possibly get. That's one of her many accolades. She also holds the highest IQ. Yeah, that's it. Here. Highest IQ. I believe it's in the world, definitely in this country. The highest IQ. I believe it's 1 or 2 higher than Einstein or Hawkins, I don't know. Anyway. And she is super committed as a student, probably just as much as I am as a teacher, that when, long before COVID, when she relocated well out to London, she refused to change teachers, so I would travel to her house. Miles away, like an hour and a half to get there, an hour and a half to get back. To eventually, I couldn't commit to that every week, so we went online. Many moons before COVID, so when COVID came around and we had to move everything online, I was like, this student has really proven that online works. So thank you again for helping us transition online when many businesses took months and years, some completely folded. MADA transformed online overnight on the back of this student's lessons that have been going on for years, long before COVID, if you follow my train of thought. So, I'm not going to say more, probably say too much. So I'm going to call up to the front now to perform one of her she's grade 7 now. She's going to play one of her grade 7 pieces, a beautiful piece. She'll tell you a little bit about it and perform. So please give a warm welcome for superstar Anya Gunta.
Hey guys, my name is Anya. Today I'm playing a piece called Belong Little Angel. After Piazzolla wrote Belong Little Angel, not just with words, but with music that can touch the soul. It was part of a series of pieces about an angel who appears in a rundown Buenos Aires apartment, bringing comfort and healing to the people there. Piazzolla was always pushing the boundaries of tango, using his keys to show its more softer, emotional side, something tender, nostalgic, and deeply human. At its heart, Belong Little Angel is about longing and beauty, the kind that sneaks into everyday life when we least expect it. Piazzolla wasn't just reinventing tango, but he was pouring his own memories, his love for Buenos Aires, and his passion for music into something timeless. This isn't just a milonga, it's a moment of grace wrapped in melody.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. What a piece, what an emotional development piece. Milonga di Angel, which is by Astor Piazzolla. Wonderful. And of course, the higher the grade, the higher the expectation, the higher the nerves. So those of you that have performed, you're like, ooh, it has to be like, it's done, isn't it? And you're like, carry all of that, and there's still 3 more performances to come. So, the nerves continue. Well done. Another round of applause, please, Ryan. I'm sure these introductions don't make it any easier. Okay, next. Alright, so the next student's a up-and-coming teacher. Has been with London MADA for many years. She watched her older sister come through the ranks. And sometimes that can be a little bit more intimidating, watching a sibling do it. Many of you, as I look around, don't have that sibling rivalry that this particular student has. And so, having seen her sister come through with such outstanding accolades, it did leave a little bit of pressure. But I must say, openly, she has met the challenge and will possibly go on to supersede. But they say you shouldn't compare, but anyway. They're both superstars. I'll introduce the bigger sister a bit later. But now it's the younger sister's time to shine. She's currently at grade 8. She's sitting in her grade 8 soon. She's been preparing this piece for this show alongside her grade 8, so that shows how committed she is. She also recently started teaching for London MADA, which shows the family relationship that we've got, not just with the students, but with the families as well. And so I'm so honoured and privileged to be able to call up another member of the family to come perform at this standard at grade 8. With no further ado, I'd like to call up the superstar herself, Dia Chachi.
Is one of his most famous and hauntingly beautiful songs. Schubert composed Serenade in 1828, the last year of his short life, as he died at 31. Serenade is set to a poem by Ludwig Rellstab, a German poet. The lyrics depict a lover passionately calling out to his beloved under the moonlight, pleading with her to join him in a secret meeting. Though the poem suggests a love song, Schubert's music gives an air of longing and sadness, possibly reflecting his own deteriorating health and unfulfilled desires. This piece is characterized by its gentle, flowing melody, which conveys both tenderness and sorrow.
Wonderful. Thank you. Marvelous piece ceremony. That's actually quite famous, famously played for two people, for four hands. So you normally have either two grand pianos coming soon, or two people sitting at the piano. But what you just saw Dia perform was one person, her playing four hands with just two. So it's not an easy task. So please, one more big round of applause for Dia. Well done. Well done. Okay, up next, I think I'm running out of words for the students. It's such high standard, high caliber. When these performances and shows started many years ago, we had, the likes of grade ones and even pre-grade ones, where the teacher would sit beside them. I've sat many times, Mr. Evans had to come and join. So it's amazing to see how we've grown to the stage where these students not only independently performing, but they're even giving tributes and speeches before their performances. So it's amazing to see the growth. And the next student's going to continue that. I've told her story many times. I'm not going to go into detail, but I'll give you a short version for those of you who may have never heard it. She started lessons when she was, I think, 3. She didn't like me at all. Didn't want to talk to me, didn't want to sit next to me. I think she said I smelt. And even when I sat down, she like, he hit me, and I was like, this isn't going to work well. This is not going to go far. So I had to entice her to play with my daughter for a couple of minutes and then have a 2-minute piano lesson. Long story short, and it was 2-minute piano lessons for weeks. And then I never forget, we went to 5 minutes. It was a breakthrough. And then 15 minutes felt like the best ever. We've done that for a while. Fast forward, many years later, she now practices herself, I've been told, for countless hours. She still attends piano. She recently passed her grade 8 and is continuing the journey above and beyond grade 8. She attends one of the highest, most prestigious performing arts schools definitely in the country, possibly in the world. She's very young for her age and what she achieved. She's definitely going to go on to achieve big and massive things, I'm sure you all are. But at this stage, it's clear, I'm sure anyone that's met her can see the talent just dripping off of her. So without any further ado, I believe she wants to perform 2 pieces. I'm going to allow her to perform one now, and conclude the show, and then if there's time at the end, we can get some encores. So I'm going to allow her to choose which of the ones she will perform right now. She came up a little while ago to collect her grade 8 with a merit. She's the first student ever at London MADA in over 30 years to achieve a grade 8 above a pass. Myself included, Mr. Evans included, the sisters, everyone has achieved past the grade 8. She achieved a merit, which is beyond belief, especially at her tender age of 12, I think? 13? Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, so with no further ado, please give a warm welcome to the waiting patient for this moment, Ferial Dickens.
This is quite short, but yeah. So the song I'm going to play is Nocturne in C# minor by Chopin. It was written in 1890 and yeah.
Yeah, the music video too. Thank you. Masterpiece. And a very challenging piece that she took on there as well, by no means. One of the hardest pieces from the Romantic era, and Frederick Chopin, one of the greatest, renowned composers. So very well chosen. We were supposed to have a lesson last week. We couldn't make it. That was supposed to be for today. Clearly you didn't need it. Wonderful. One more time, please, very ridiculous. Okay. The last performance, before maybe some encores, we're going to switch the lights up on to allow someone to take some photos with each other and any teachers or so on and so forth. I do have a quick announcement to make, but there's one last scheduled performance now, and it's me. I'll be performing. Thank you. This performance, however, is very unique. I've never performed this piece before. So it does have its fears and doubts and anxieties. When you perform a piece before, you've had feedback and you're like, I knew I went wrong, you can improve upon it. But I decided to take on probably the biggest challenge of any of my performances with this one, as I haven't decided what I'm going to play. In fact, I decided to completely and totally freestyle and improvise our whole entire performance on the spot. Just to honour the mood of romantic music being free form and flowing. So what I'm going to do, this is the first time I've ever done this, so bear with me. I hope this doesn't turn into a dancer while I was called midnight time and stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the audience, if you guys don't mind, give me some ideas. Just hum out, if you don't mind, just some melodies. Anyone? Thank you. Got that one? Any other ones? That's a bit close to that one. A different one? Come on, singers, don't be shy. Come on, parents, help me out here. A melody, 2 notes. Come on, Amelia. Come on, Anya. Come on, Arjun. Come on, Ferrier. Come on, Lena. Anyone? No?
Sweet blind man.
Okay. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to perform an unnamed piece. Let's call it the Symphony of Love. Thank you. The Symphony of Love. Don't ask us to play, we'll play it. Okay, let's get those lights switched back on. We're going to wrap up now. It's 7:45, it was 15 minutes. I would like, if you'd like to take a photo, now we're the time to take some back. And if you would like to play an encore, please do raise your hand now. I thought I could see a few hands. Oh, on this side, should I pick some people out? Should I call up Mira? What Mr. Evans? Okay, before I call this, let me do one last thing, and then we'll wrap it up, and I'll let it be open. So I think, just to wrap up then, let me just say thank you to all of you for coming and staying for the show. I really do appreciate your commitment to not just myself, to the teachers and to the team that we work hard together. I'd like to thank not just the students and the parents. I'd like to extend a massive thank you to, let's start with Dominic, the suitor, the technician of Yes, thank you. Mr. D'Souza works behind the scenes. A lot of times these technicians go unspoken, unheard, we don't realize he has been more than a friend, more than a business partner. I was thinking about it last week. I was like, how do I describe Dominic when I get to it? And I found it. I found it, Dominic. He's the person I dream with. We should all have that person. Sometimes I share my dreams with people and they just crush them. I'm like, well, I can't share my dreams with you. My dad called them dream killers. Don't share your dreams with dream killers, they'll kill your dreams. Dominic allows me to dream, allows me to dream big. And my dreams are huge and he allows me to continue to grow. So, deeply from the bottom of my heart, Dominic, thank you. To also your technical support, we have a superstar hidden in the corner over there, humbly just saying, doing nothing. Please, Mr. Evans. He comes from a long family of talent. No, I'm not going to get into it. Lots of talent in his family, and he is continuing that amazing work. He can do, you'll see something amazing. Watch this. He's over there. Watch this. Mr. Evans, what letter is this? Would anybody like to come and verify? He said D flat. It's D flat. One more. Yeah. Mr. Evans! Mr. Evans, one more. It's two notes. F sharp and G sharp is correct. Amazing! Okay, no more partnerships. And I believe there's a few others. I don't know everyone else looking at that skill, we'll get to that. Alright, so thank you, Ms. Evans. I'd also like to thank Ms. Taylor. We've done that already. Massive help for the book. Other teachers, Nita, also, Tia, thank you. Wonderful Mira, also, a teacher, ex-teacher. Louisa, thank you. Another teacher is Steve Moran. My uncle, thank you. Family support. But there's one thank you I left to last. This is the biggest thank you of all thanks, and I don't say this enough. To my darling wife. She is my rock, my everything. I could not have done half the things I've done if it wasn't for her being by my side, supports me in every single thing that I do. She has been by my side, holding my hand and pushing me more than I could have pushed myself. So all of the power and strength you see is right here. Okay. And of course, let's get a picture in here. My dad. Yes. All of these people I'm thanking, I wouldn't thank them if he didn't do the good deed. So thank you, Dad, for not only teaching me a skill and a craft like the piano and how to speak and help many people by your own standards as a doctor for your whole life. You've gone on to show that demonstration, so I hope I've done you proud. I'm going to give the mic now. And continue to be proud. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm presenting my dad, Dr. Walcott.
Wow. All the performances, I don't know what to say.
you all for coming. Thank you all for sending your children to our school. I started this school in my front room when Nehemiah was probably 4, probably less. I started him on the piano at 5. I started on the piano at 5. And my brother back there, he started on the piano probably at 5. With my dad, we started all that early, all my children did as well. What I think is fascinating is when you see, like in science, evolution. And what's satisfying, I can't imagine how the Most High God, whatever you call him, how he must feel to see evolution where we are now. But I sat there with satisfaction, fulfillment, would see what I did at 16. I'm seeing children do at 12 and 13, and it's humbling but satisfying at the same time. I've also seen generations of teachers and students I've taught at Louisa, and I plan to say this about Louisa, other than praising my own son, who I'm very proud of. Louisa is one of my students who I taught, and music is one of those things that it can and often does end you up doing a bit more than just playing the piano. I taught Louisa piano and she didn't have a piano. And she's now one of our teachers. But I said to Louisa, find a piano. Like I did when I had to go knock in the schools and begging the teachers, all the head teachers, if I could just practice on the piano. Louisa found churches, pianos, she knocked churches, she was practicing in many churches. I mean, if you can't practice, I won't teach you. She travelled from Wolverhampton all the way to London for a piano lesson, maybe 3 hours long. And she ended up practicing in St. Thomas's Hospital. And as a doctor, that's why I brought that up, because she was praying for the cancer patients. Is that right? That's right. So she ended up practicing, but she got the opportunity to pray for cancer patients as a part of music therapy. So MADA started in my front room, and the evolution is really humbling. Well, where it will go and where it will land in the next generation, my grandson Nitai, Leela, and Harry, you know, the family evolution is really humbling and satisfying. I want to say thank you, Nehemiah, for taking that international step with something I humbly started in my front room in Canning Town. Thank you. Thank you. Love you so much. Love you. Thank you. Well done, everybody. Thank you. Okay. We've got our first encore, Arjun, come and join the piano. If you do want to head off, thank you for coming. Please do make your way out through the door and the same way out you came. Feel free to take some photos at the photo stand. I'll be hovering around if you want to get a photo of me or come and have a few words. Otherwise, thank you very much for coming. Hope you enjoyed the show. Look out for the next one, which will be coming very soon. So I have to welcome back to the front Arjun Kapoor, who will be playing My Heart Will Go On from the famous film Titanic. Take it out.